Good morning, students. How are you all? Are you ready for the class today? Yes, let me start our class. I hope everyone ready with your note and pen. So this class grade 6 computer science. We are going to see the first chapter, Introduction to MS Word 2007. I think you have a doubt, isn't it? So why we are starting chapter 1 again? So far the last two classes you have seen the introduction to Windows. Okay, it doesn't comes under the chapter. So this is the first we are going to start with the chapter 1. So in this 6th standard you will have 3 divisions. Okay, 3 units. In each unit you will be having 4 to 5 chapters in each unit. Okay, each unit will deal with the MS Office package. The first one is Word, second one Excel, and third one is PowerPoint. So we are going to start with MS Word 2007. Okay, and one more doubt do you have? Why we are saying 2007 now, even though we got new updated versions like 2010, 2013? Why we are saying this? Already in the previous class I told you that 2007 is the basic, because nowadays commonly we are using 2007 in all areas. Okay dear, so even though 2010 and 13 is the updated version, a small changes, few features will be added there, but this is the basic thing. So if we learn MS Word 2007, it will be easy for us, for the beginners, to work in all the platforms. Okay dear, so first we have to know what is the use of MS Word 2007, that is Office Word 2007. It is a word processing program. So we can create documents like letters, manuals and reports. Okay dear, and also what is the use of it, to whom it is specially used? For the professionals. So it is a professional looking document and it gives a set of tools for us to create and format your document in new interface. Okay, so if we are giving any letters or anything to others in handwritten, what we can do, only text will be written there. We cannot have any attractive colors, we cannot use it, or attractive features we can. But if we are using MS Word 2000 in a document, we can use some set of tools for formatting. So it will add the additional appearance of it. Okay dear. So and also what we can do with this, we can type the notes, letters, essays in simple way. You can change the size of letters and make them colorful in Word. It is popularly known as MS Word 2007. MS is nothing but Microsoft. Okay. Then now we are going to see the features of Word 2007. So make a note of it. So what are the features? The first point, spend more time in writing, less time formatting. Okay. So we will be typing a document. If it has more than 5 or 10 pages, we will be typing so long. So it takes more time in writing, but less time formatting. Within a click we can make the changes, format everything, like changing the letter size as told earlier, changing the color, and the cases, sentence case, uppercase, lowercase, whatever it may be, it can be done. And add pre-formatted elements with just a few clicks. Add pre-formatted elements, like elements nothing but additionally inserting. Okay dear, like charts or a word art. In future class you will be knowing that. Okay dear, like pictures or animation, gif, graphical, whatever it is. Then instantly apply a new look and feel to your document. So it will create a new look to your document and easily avoid spelling errors. So if we check the spelling errors while typing itself, we can easily avoid that. And add a digital signature or signature line to your documents. So you could, I think this is usually it will be helpful for the professionalist. Okay, as a students you will be just typing and you will be using for the formatting. Okay, so we can, what's that point means, we can add the digital signature. If you ask your parents, they will be saying that while going for a audio office for applying a license, they used to sign in a light pen. Okay, by the use of that light pen, if you sign, we can add your signature in the same format into the system as a document. In the document we can add it. Okay, so there is the additional feature in that. So once again list out the features, it will be helpful for you. What is the first point? Spend more time writing, less time formatting. The second point, add pre-formatted elements with just a few clicks. Instantly apply a new look and feel to your documents. Easily avoid spelling errors. Then the last point is add a digital signature or signature line to your documents. Hope you understand this page, I think. Okay, let me move on to the next page. So before starting, we have to know how we have to enter the word, isn't it? So if we are in the desktop, what we have to click and where we have to move. This is the steps for entering the MS Word 2007. Step 1, you have to click start button on the taskbar. Do you know which is the taskbar? Okay, while opening the screen, at the bottom you can see the taskbar. Okay, so while opening at the bottom of the window, you can see the taskbar. In that, start button will be there, you have to click it. The second step, point to all programs. So in that you have to point to all programs. Could you see that here it is given, it is highlighted with a blue. So if we select it, it will be changed into. Then third step, click Microsoft Office. So Microsoft Office will be there. If we click that, the packages inside that, it will be open in a new pop-up menu. So click Microsoft Word 2007. You will have Excel, PowerPoint, Access, Outlook, everything will be there. Okay, so many packages are introduced nowadays. So what we need, Microsoft Word 2000. You have to click that. So if we do all this 4 steps, you can get into the Microsoft Word 2007. By default, in some desktop, it will be in the desktop itself, like a icon, word icon. By I think it is specified in the W, like. Okay, so it will be in this word icon. You can easily click that. If not, this is the formal step of entering the MS Word 2000. Okay dear. Then you can see the window description. Could you see that window description? Yeah, this is the window when you open the MS Word. So note it down. The first one is quick access toolbar. Do you remember earlier class I have told you about this, isn't it? So quick access toolbar, it can be easily customized by us. Whatever options we need, we can set into that. It is near to the Microsoft Office button in the top, isn't it? Okay. Next, the ruler. So what is that ruler? Usually you will use the scale, isn't it? That is the ruler. Okay, in the left and the top, that is ruler. It is used for us to adjust the typing area. Okay, then the first one is title bar. Okay, it is the title bar, and in the first line at the last we will have 3 buttons, isn't it? What is the 3 buttons? Minimize button, maximize button, and close button. So minimize, if you touch that, the screen will be minimized to your taskbar. Then the normal screen desktop will be viewed. Maximize button, it will open to your full screen. Then close button, it will close your document. So this is the ribbon. The next box they have given ribbon, that is segment by segment it will be there, that is ribbon. And here you can see the scroll bar. So what is the use of the scroll bar? If you click or move down, the pages will scroll. Okay dear. Then the white area is called the work area. This white area is the work area. It is specified here. And the status bar. The status is nothing but if you are typing in status, it will be denoted. So what the present work is going, it will be denoted in the status bar. That is below this work area, a bar will be there. So if you are in the page 1, it will be denoted in page 1. If you are in page 6, it will be denoted here. So if you are typing, it will denote typing. If you are deleting or adding anything, whatever this current status, it will be displayed in this status bar. Could you understand here? Okay. Next, we are going to see the components of 2007. Okay. What are the components? Home tab, insert tab, page layout tab, mailing tab. Okay. So these are the components of the, and one more tab will be there, that is view tab. Okay dear. So these are the components. Let me see one by one. First one, home tab. So home tab, this is the home tab which you are seeing in the picture, the first picture. So when you click that home, the home tab will open like this. It comprises of various menus. Each menu has its own sub options. Okay, so sub options will be there in this. You could see this. I think it will be clear for you, I think. Okay, so this is used for the easy documentation. What are the menus in this? Okay, first one, the clipboard is there. You see that font, paragraph, styles are there. Okay, these are the menus present in the home. Could you see the image clearly? Yes, this is the font. First one is font, then paragraph, then here comes the style. Okay, in font we can adjust the style of the font. So here it is given Calibri body. So if you click this small arrow which is present here, a drop down menu will appear. There you will be provided with so many options to change the appearance of your text. Okay, then this box, this is 11, it shows 11, isn't it? So that is the font size. Font is nothing but the text that you are typing there. The font size is 11, it is default one. So this one B, you know that it is bold, italic and underline. So many options are provided here. It will increase the size, this A, and this one it will reduce the size. Here A, B, C, X, superscript and subscript will be here, and change the case, color and font, background color, everything will be done in this space. Okay, here next one, paragraph. Here the first line, 3 buttons are there, isn't it? That is bulletins. Okay, if we want to add a points in your document, we can add either bulletins or 1, 2, 3 numbering bullets. Okay, then at last it is the same. The 3 is also the same, number bullets or ordered bullets or whatever it is. Then below that is the alignment option, the dark one. This is alignment option, left, center, then right and justify. Okay dear. Then here also indent. If we want to move the lines, all the lines to some distance in that left or right, we can use this indent option. This is, and line spacing will be there. Line spacing in between the first line and second line, the space is adjusted by this. Here also fill color, sorting options, bookmark, hide button, everything are present in this. Okay dear. The styles also we can change the styles how it appears. So these are present in this home options. Are you clear? Shall we move to the next tab? Okay, the next tab is insert tab on ribbon. Okay, insert tab. By the name itself we can easily identify what is insert. Inserting any additional thing to your pages. So what can be inserted here? Such as pages, tables, illustrations, links, header, everything, header and footer, text and symbols. So these can be additionally added to your document. So you can use it for inserting objects into your document to present it more attractive manner. As I told you, your document should be in an attractive way, isn't it? So if we want it to be attractive, we have to add all these features in case if it needed. Okay dear. So to your document, let me see this insert tab closely. So in that ribbon, if we click the insert, this options will be open. Here the first one is pages. Could you see this? Yeah, it will be clear for you, I think. This is pages. Next one, tables, then illustrations, links, header and footer, then text and symbols. It will be moving on. So in pages we can have a cover page, blank page if you are making any magazines. Okay, then the next one is tables. So we can add any tabulated form. For example, if you are making your mark list, it should be in a tabulated form, isn't it? So we can use this tables here. Then illustrations, we can add pictures from any other source or from clipart. The next one is clipart. Clipart is the temporary storage of your device. Okay, so in that some pictures will be there. It's a collection of images. Here it is the collection of images. And shapes, different shapes can be added. Smart art can be added. In future classes you will be seeing about that. And chart, if you are making any comparison of anything in your class itself, you can compare your girls and boys mark, isn't it? So for that comparison, if you are making any chart, it can be used there. Then link is nothing but in your document if you are providing any URL is nothing but uniform resource locator, that is the address, web address of any other site. If you want to add that, by a single click the user will be directed to that page, that web page directly. For that purpose we will be using this links. And header and footer, in this page also, in your book, in so many books you can see for each page the book name or the chapter name will be displayed in the top in a small font, isn't it? And usually what will be in the footer? The numbers, page numbers will be there. This is because of this option, header and footer. Okay dear, so this is the use of insert tab. Then we can see the page layout tab now. So what is the use of page layout tab? It consists of groups such as themes, page setup, page background, paragraph and arrange. Okay, you can use it for setting up the page in your document. Okay dear, so this you will be using for your initial work. Just you will be using the document typing and inserting. Page layout options, if you are taking any printouts, you will be using all these options. Okay, then mailing tab on ribbon. So already told you that mailing options, nowadays the letter conversation is less when compared to the mailing, isn't it? So many officials, they will be using their mailings. So to send a mail to some other persons or your friends, you can use this mailing tab. Okay dear, so next we are going to see the view tab. So view tab on the ribbon. So what are the options in the view tab? Such as print layout, full screen view, outline, draft view, so web layout view. These are the options present in that. And ruler, zoom are also available for the better readability. Okay, if you want to see your document in the print view, if it is taken as a hard copy in the paper, you have to see how it looks. So this will be enabling all that for your reference. Then now we are going to create a new file. How we have to create the new file? So when you start the program Office, first you know how to reach the MS Word, isn't it? So now we are going to start it. First click the Microsoft Office button at the top corner, that colored box. Then if you click new document, a dialog box will be open as follows. This is the way how the dialog box opens. Here we can use either blank document or a templates will be available for a letter format or any magazines or some pre-built templates are there. We can use that either blank document or the templates. So usually you will select the blank document. Okay, if we select that, under templates you can see that options, that is a blank document. If you click that, a new word will be open like, okay, as we see in the lab. So and also you have to learn the keyboard shortcut for every options here. Okay, so for creating a new document, what is the keyboard shortcut? Control plus N. Control button will be there in the keyboard and also N. Consequently you have to click the both together, Control plus N. It creates a shortcut for opening a new file. Okay dear, so keep it in your mind. Now we are going to, after opening the file, what you will be do? So you will be typing the document. After typing, if you just close it, it will not be saved for your future reference. So for that you have to save the file. For saving the file, note down the steps. In that Microsoft Office button, if you click it, drop down menu will appear. There you have save. So if you click that, save as dialog box will open. So this is the save as dialog box. Here you have to decide where your document should lie. If you want to be in any drives or in your documents, if you have any folder on your name, you can select and you have to type your file name given in this box. And after typing that, you have to click OK. Then it will be saved for your future reference. Or else if you are not giving any name, by default the file will be named as document1, that is DOC1. Okay, this can be changed in the future also, no problem. But anyhow, before saving that, you have to give the name, and also you must know the extension of the word. So each file will be saved with the extension, even though if it is a image or a document or anything else, it will be saved in the extension .docx. Okay, the keyboard shortcut for saving the file is Control S. The keyboard shortcut for saving the file is Control S. Okay, shall we move to the next? Okay, then save as option in where. Why it is provided the save as additional option? After saving, why should we use this? If we want the copy of that, okay, if you want your document to be saved in 2 or 3 places with different names, you can use this save as option. To make a copy of a document, save as option is being used. Every time when this option is used, the document should be renamed and relocated. So every time you have to give a new name so that it will be saved in a different location with different name. Okay dear. Okay, so how will you open a existing file? Before we see how to open a new file, that is the shortcut key Control plus N. Here, how to open a existing file already. For example, if you have created any file in the previous class, how to open that? The same, you have to click the Microsoft Office button, then click open. In that, a drop down box will be, a dialog box will appear. There you have to give the file name. So which file name you have to open? Already told you, while saving the file, we have to remember which path it is saved in, which area, and what's the file name. So by giving that file name properly, we can open that desired file. Okay, so select the location also with the file name and click open. Your previous file will be opened. Here also a shortcut is provided, that is Control plus O. Okay dear, so what are the shortcuts so far we have learned? Control plus N is opening a new file. Control plus S is saving the file. Control plus O is opening a existing file. Okay dear, don't confuse with this. So next we are going to close a file. We are reaching at the last, isn't it? After opening, typing, saving, and we will be reaching at the last, closing a file. How to close a file? Here see, in the Microsoft Office button, if you click, close option will be shown there. If you click that, that particular document will be closed. Make a note that if you click close button, that particular document alone will be closed. Okay, so if any unsaved changes is there, for example, at last you have changed any appearance or you changed any color, if you didn't save finally, it will remind you to save it. So that is the below box. You see, do you want to save the changes to Word 2007? If you click yes, the last changes will be saved, or else if you click no, it will not be saved. If you click cancel, that close option will be escaped. It will escape from that particular option. Okay dear. So once the word, it will remind you if there is any unsaved options are there or any actions are there, it will remind you whether to save that or not. Okay, here also there is a shortcut key for closing the document, that is Alt F4. If you click Alt F4, it will close the document. Then exiting MS Word. What is the difference between closing and exiting? Closing, it will close the particular document. Exiting, it will exit out of the MS Word. Okay dear. So if you want to exit, there is also an option provided, exit, or else if you click that last cross button, as I told in the first previous slide, 3 buttons at the corner, right corner will be there. The last button, cross, that is the button used to close the or exiting the MS Word. Okay dear, I hope you understand this. Now today's activity, write the features of MS Word. First previous slide we have seen this. Write the steps to open Word 2007. What are the steps involved? How to open Word 2007. List out the components of the Word. Just write the names of the components. No need to draw or explain it. Then how will you save your document? So after typing, what are the steps included in saving your document along with the shortcut key you have to mention. Okay dear, I hope you understand all this. If you have any doubt, just recall all your notes or once again watch the video. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.